Let's just cut that whole question. Just don't put that in. Hello, good evening. It is 18:34. I have to leave for work at 7 o'clock. I'm ready. I just run up 3 flights of stairs. That's why I'm like... But I thought I would use this opportunity because I am dressed, I'm ready. All I've got to do is brush my teeth before I leave, put my shoes on, and everything else is packed. So I am going to record until 18:55. I don't know how long this video will be when it's cut down, but here we go. Q&A time. Okay, so ideally, I would have put these into some sort of order, but what I'm going to do is I did a story. I've got all the questions here, so I'm just going to go from the bottom to the top. We climbed all the way from the bottom to the top now. We ain't getting nothing but love. What song is that? If you know what song that is, put it in the comments and we can be friends. Sorry, if you're new here, I'm Amy. I work in entertainment, in telly and podcasts, on like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc. I am married. I have a little boy called Stanley. He is nearly 2. He's 2 in like 6 weeks. It is crazy. And I'm currently working on the Love Island podcast, so I drive up to London every single night to record the podcast. Okay, first question. This one, I can see it a lot. Are you planning on trying for baby number 2 this year? Yes, we are trying. Here's my little Temp Drop fertility monitor that I wear on my arm at night, and I think I've got some ovulation tests down there as well. Yes, it's not as simple. I'll go into the ins and outs another time because we've only got like 19 minutes. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride. That's all I'll say. But yes, we would love to fall pregnant this year for another baby. I'd really love that. Really love that. So next question. How did you feel after your first session of running? So I don't like to talk about it much, but I have joined a running club. So there's a running club in Worthing called Foxy Ladies. Sweat like a pig to look like a fox is what their thing is. My mum's been a member for like 6 years, and she like went along, did the learn to run course that I'm doing now to learn how to run 5k, and now she runs like half marathons. I don't think I'm going to get there. I have like a hate relationship with running because of cross country at school, and they used to make us run around the field, and then the first 5 people used to get a Mars bar, but those of us who probably would have enjoyed the Mars bar more were always coming last. I feel like the people that came first, they would have preferred like a protein shake or something. I don't know, we were like 10. But yeah, so I still have a lot of like inner feelings about cross country. I think there should be like an inquiry into that. It's not fair. Anyway, I digress. During lockdown, I did get into running because I live with my mum and my cousin who are both very into running, but then I've just let it slip. So I've gone back and done this Learn to Run course. So it's 8 weeks. You meet up once a week on a Saturday and we do like a different program every week, like building up to running a non-stop 5k. And then you have to do 2 homework runs in the week. How did I feel after my first session? Amazing. Like amazing. And my homework runs I'm really enjoying. I've done some with the girls from the group, met loads of new people, loads of new friends, and we literally talk the whole way around running. And I know you're thinking, Amy, you're literally out of breath doing this video. How do you talk running? I don't know. I am due my B12, which is why I'm getting out of breath talking. That's how I know. And I'm 3 weeks overdue, and that is how I know. But yes, we run around. So we talk the whole time we run. And because I have like social anxiety, one of my best friends, Christy, a girl that was on her hen do with me like 2-3 years ago, is also in the running course. So the first week we ran together and we chatted the whole way round. It was really lovely, really easy. But then I have that voice in my head that's like, don't inflict yourself on people. Like she might just want to run without you talking to her all the time. So then I didn't, like when we went back for week 2, we didn't end up like starting near each other. And then we looped and she was like, Amy. And then she said at the end to someone else, she was like, yeah, the first bit, I didn't talk to anyone and I was like, I can't do this the whole way around. Then I saw Amy and was like, brilliant, we can talk. So we're going to talk about Love Island every Saturday while we run. So I'm glad that I can now relax knowing that I'm not a burden on her running career. The next question is your favourite restaurants and things to do in Las Vegas. On that note, our honeymoon vlog, which is a week of just me and Sam in Las Vegas. We saw shows, we did experiences, we did horse riding, ate at lots of different restaurants. That is coming really, really soon. So if you don't want to miss our honeymoon vlog, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We're also going to Walt Disney World soon, so those vlogs are also coming. But our favourite restaurants and things to do in Las Vegas. So my favourite restaurant, I would say, out of all the ones we went to Mayfair Supper Club, which is Spenny. Luckily, someone was very generous with their wedding gift to us, and we used that money to go. But it was like a one-of-a-kind experience. Like I've never experienced anything like that anywhere else in the world. It was amazing. It's in the vlog. Like the food was beautiful, and then the entertainment was just so immersive and so amazing, and we just loved it. Apart from that, there's an Italian at the Cosmopolitan, I can't remember the name of right now. Oh, Trocadero. That is amazing. And Top of the World at the Stratosphere, the revolving restaurant. Their steak is the best thing ever. And the view's amazing and the service is brilliant. That's my favourite. Favourite things to do, we saw a few shows. We saw Penn and Teller, which we enjoyed. We saw Terry Fator, who is the ventriloquist who won America's Got Talent. We saw him. That was great. But the one we really, really loved was Absinthe. And that I would recommend to everybody. It is amazing. Any holidays booked for 2025? Yes. So this is why you need to subscribe, because I'm doing Love Island. Then once we finish Love Island, we're going to Walt Disney World for Stanley's birthday. We're doing 2 weeks, 2 different Disney hotels, the Contemporary and the Grand Floridian. We're doing all the parks. We're doing character dining. I cannot wait. And it'll be a really different trip to last time we went. I've got vlogs from 3 years ago when I went with my family and my best friend Luke, because that was like a very adult trip. That was like drinking around the world. That was, go, 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 go. This is going to be a trip with a toddler. It's going to be very different. So tune in for that. Then I'm going to Malta on a brand trip, which I'm so excited about because I've seen like footage of Malta and it looks so stunning and I cannot wait because this brand, I don't know whether I'm allowed to say which brand it is, but this brand, they know how to do a press trip. So that is going to be amazing. Then we're going to go on a Mediterranean cruise with P&O Cruises, as we do. We've done a cruise with them for the last 3 years. 1, 2, 4. This will be our 4th cruise with them. So really looking forward to that. Sam and I would like to go to Dubai for 4 nights, just the 2 of us, like God willing, if we get pregnant, maybe that could be our baby moon. We would also like to take Stanley to like a big hotel with a water park, maybe in Turkey. But at the moment, obviously everything's a bit up in the air because we don't know when or if we'll fall pregnant. So apart from the ones up until May, we're taking it as it comes, What are you using to track your body temperature to conceive? I am using this Temp Drop arm monitor. There's a really good reel. I haven't really got time to go into all the details right now. There's a really good reel on my Instagram about it, or you can go on the Fem Health website to get all the information. And they're the only people that sell it in the UK. They're even the distributor on Amazon. So you can buy it from Amazon if you've got like Prime or whatever, or you can buy it from Fem Health website. It both comes from them. But I'm finding it really easy to use and the app's good. So yeah, would you like a daughter next? I swear I get this all the time. And when I had Stanley, I remember Stanley was only a couple months old and someone said to me, so how would you feel about just having boys if you just have boys? My granny, who was like my hero, she had 4 boys and she was a strong boy mama. So I would be more than happy with 4 boys. By the same standard, if I had, I would love 4 kids. That's what I'm saying there. But by the same standard, if I had 3 girls now, I'd be happy as well. I want a big family. I don't necessarily want, I'm not having a baby to have a girl. I'm having a baby because I want a big family. I want a busy house. I just love being a mum. And yeah, I just want loads more kids. So I would love a daughter at some point, but if it didn't happen, Stanley is the best thing. And the sad thing is, I think boys get a really, really bad rep. Because so many people say to me, oh no, I wouldn't want a boy. And I'm like, if you'd said to me before I got pregnant, what order would you like your kids in? I probably have said I want a girl first and then a boy. And then Stanley is just I know everyone's biased about their own kids, but he is so loving and so funny and just so gorgeous. And my nan always says he just loves life. And if I could have 3 more Stanleys, boys or girls, 3 more children with the same temperament as Stanley, I'll be so happy. What work do you have lined up for 2025? So at the moment, I'm doing the Love Island podcast 6 nights a week. I'm also starting something else I don't think I'm allowed to talk about yet, but I'm starting something else next week. Plus, I have my long-standing contracts with people like P&O Cruises. I've got some other contracts that we're just going through, sort of the contracty, sort of taking things out, putting things in at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really exciting year. The one thing, my goal for this year is I'd love to do some telly. I'd love to do another reality show this year. I don't know what that will be, but I'm putting it out there. It's on my vision board. So let's see at the end of the year if it's come true. And if it hasn't, then we'll just push it on to next year. What do you think of adaptogen mushrooms like lion's mane and reishi? I don't know what they are. Sam's got this thing called Space Goods, which is like a hot chocolate that's made out of mushrooms that's supposed to wake you up in the morning, but I've never had it. I think I've had it once actually, and I was a bit I think I'd rather just have an options, to be fair. So I don't know what those are, so unfortunately I can't answer your question. What's my favourite red lipstick? Have I got it here, or is it in a handbag because I've just used it at Christmas? It's in a handbag because I've just used it at Christmas. It is the MAC Ruby Woo, but it's the lip gloss version. that like the liquid lipstick that doesn't go anywhere. That's amazing. Favourite cruise destinations? I do love the Caribbean. I'm really looking forward to doing the Med though, because I feel like we're going to get a lot of culture, darling. I did love our Christmas cruise as well. It was so lovely, so Christmassy, and we got to eat a lot of nice food. Not a question, but can we see more of your UK wedding? Yes, I need to. I've got so much content I need to do. I was going to do a lot today and then I didn't. So Friday I'm going to do a big content filming day because I want to talk about so many different things. So I'm just going to I'm going to set the camera up and just talk and then chop it up into different reels. So yes, you will see more of the UK wedding. How do you keep Stanley entertained on long flights? We let him use the iPad on long flights, but he's not actually that bothered about it. On the way home from Abu Dhabi, it was quite quiet, so they gave him his own seat, like after takeoff obviously. And at one point he was sat there eating a chocolate biscuit with his headphones on, laid down, watching in this huge pillow, watching Finding Nemo. And I was like, do not get used to this, Stanley. Do not get used to this. But yeah, we just get lots of like little things and try and bring new things out every sort of half an hour. I will say that up until he was 1, it was so easy to fly with him. Like, he was so easy. I was like, why do people not go on holiday more often? This is so easy. Then 14 months was quite hard. 18 months was horrendous on our flight to Spain. Abu Dhabi was actually fine because we had flatbeds, so on the way out he slept, and on the way home he just sat and watched telly and played games and stuff, and the crew were amazing and other passengers were like teaching him like that flight was one of the best I've ever done in my life. I think it was like a party. Like, there was other passengers that were like loving Stanley and they were like teaching him to count and teaching him different things and teaching him like little tricks and playing boo with him. It was amazing. Our next flight with him is to Orlando. We're actually flying with Norse, so I'm going to get one of the blow up bed things because you can use them on Norse. So we'll see how that goes. You can watch our travel day vlog to see how that one goes. How did Woburn compare to Longleat Centre Parks? I don't know, because I've never been to Longleat. I've only been to Woburn twice, but we love it. It's so lovely. Are you trying to conceive again? If so, will you share your journey? I mean, I don't, aside from being like, tonight's the night, guys. I'm ovulating. See you soon. And also it's weird because then if I'm like, oh, not pregnant this month, and then I'm like, never mention it again, then that's a bit obvious, isn't it? I understand it's like a really isolating thing. But at the same time, like, I chose this life. Sam did not choose this life. So, I mean, I'll speak to him about how much we can share. But, I mean, I'm quite open on about things. Like I said, I will sit down and do a longer video at some point because there is a lot to talk about, stuff that happened before Christmas and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, we'll share what we can. Is Disneyland Paris a good place to take my 2-year-old? Yes, it's amazing. We've got a vlog, the sound's not great on it because my camera, I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but it's a good vlog, I think, still. But Disneyland Paris is a lovely, lovely place. The great thing about Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World is no matter who you are, how old you are, what, like, sort of setup you're in, if you're in a couple, if you're travelling solo, if you're in a big family, if you're in a family of 4, if you've got little ones, if you've got teenagers, there is something for everyone. So yes, take your 2-year-old. Will you share when you're pregnant your pregnancy journey? Always, you know I will. Does Sam still do modelling? No, only a little bit of like, if he gets to do something with me, he will do that, but he doesn't do proper modelling anymore. Are you pregnant? I find that a bit weird because I understand that people want to know and I understand I talk about a lot of stuff, but if I haven't announced it with some like black and white video of us like running down the beach to then show I wouldn't do it like that. Maybe I would, I don't know. If I haven't done that, I don't know if people would think that I would choose like a random Instagram Q&A box to announce it. I mean, people comment on my photos, like, are you pregnant? Like, I'm just going to reply like, yes, and that'd be my announcement. No, it's an exciting thing. I'm going to announce it big. Things you wish you did for Christmas and things you wish you hadn't done, please. So much stuff. We packed December out this year so much, and by the end of it, we were both just like, I don't know what to do. And I really struggled last week. I was just burnt out because we've done so much. We want to see everyone. We want to do everything. We want to split everything between both our families to make everything fair so that Stanley gets enough time with everybody. And we were just in the car the whole time. We will always do split Christmases. And by split, I don't mean we split. I mean, so this year we were at my in-laws on Christmas Day and my mum and dad's on Boxing Day. So this year with my mum and dad Christmas Day and my in-laws on Boxing Day. So we'll always do that. We're just limiting ourselves to one thing a week this December. So we've already booked the Polar Express. That comes out the first week of January. And it's because of people like me who will book it. But I had to book 18 seats together. So we'll do the Pompey Panto and we'll do like a little mini breakaway, but I think that will be it. Things we wish we did for Christmas, there's nothing. I feel like I did. Stanley, I don't think he's old enough yet to appreciate Lapland UK. When he's older, I would like to do Lapland UK, and the Tully's Farm one looks amazing too. But I feel like I did everything I need. Oh, the only thing, Leonardsley. I didn't get to Leonardsley this year for the lights, but I feel like I saw enough Christmas lights everywhere else. Is Stanley out of his cot bed yet? No. Oh my God, no. Because then he would get up and play with his toys in the middle of the night. So no, he is firmly in the cot bed forever until he outweighs the weight limit. A lot of questions about my childcare setup. Just for Stanley's safety and Stanley's privacy, I hope you will understand that I've never shied away from the fact that I have a lot of help, like from family, friends and professionals. I have a lot of help because I don't have a regular job, like a job where it's like, okay, I need childcare here, here and here. My family, friends and my sort of little pool of professionals are amazing, and I'm like, right, okay, we have a WhatsApp group called Stanley Care. I'm like, okay, this is what I need. And then my friends are like, I'll have him every week on this night, like while you go to work. And then someone else is like, right, I will do this for you. But just for his safety and his privacy, I don't want to give exact details of my childcare setup, if that's okay. But I have a lot of help and I'm so grateful for it, and I'm so lucky. And I think Stanley's life is richer for it. He still gets a lot of time with me, and because my work's flexible as well, I don't always utilise all the childcare I have, if that makes sense. So like tomorrow, my mum would normally have him like all day, but tomorrow I'm like, no, we're going to go to soft play. So I'll come pick him up really early and we'll go to soft play instead. So I'm quite lucky in that respect. Would you consider going on Strictly? I think you would be brilliant. I would love to go on Strictly. Tasha's been on now, so they don't like not have Love Islanders anymore, but I think it's quite a big, and Zara of course as well, but Zara also does her documentaries, but I think it's quite a tough act to follow with Tasha. So yeah, I mean, I would love to do Strictly, like absolute dreams. Who was Spag Bowl in The Masked Singer? I missed it. Kate Garraway. Who is your favourite in Eastenders? Oh my God, so many. I love Sharon, always. Chrissy Watts was my favourite character of all time. I actually really love Phil Mitchell. I loved him when he was married to Kat. I love him when he's Linda's sponsor. I think he's great then. I think deep down he's a good guy. If I had to pick a family to join in Eastenders, I would want to be the twin sister of Ben Mitchell, because you've got the age-defying genes of Kathy, plus Phil, who's always willing to give everyone money. Like, what more could you possibly want? Would you ever do Celebrity Big Brother? I would love to do that as well. That would be my absolute dream, because I feel like Strictly is a lot of like movement. I'm a Celebrity is a lot of like trials and stuff. Celebrity Big Brother, I'm really good at saying that. Like a lot of it is sitting on the sofa chatting to people. It's like my dream. It's like my dream. Do you miss flying, Amy? I flew with you at Gatwick when you were the face of First. Yes, I do miss flying all the time. I miss it so much. Whenever I go on holiday and I see the crew walk past, I'm like traumatised because I love it so much. I cried my eyes out when I handed my notice in, and the head of Gatwick was like, Amy, you're going on Love Island. Why are you crying? And I was like, because I just love it here so much. That would be my dream TV show to do, but it's so expensive to make. Would be like a fully rigged aircraft with me as the cabin manager, a hand-picked crew of great characters that I used to work with at BA, and then we like fly to places, and it's a bit of like a fly on the wall on the plane, like, you know, having arguments with passengers, like funny things happening, and then we get to the destination, it's like Wish You Were Here, like a travel log, and then have like a celebrity guest with you and they have to do tasks. Amazing. I would love to do that. Do you worry about booking all the things you do if you or Stanley are poorly and can't go? I mean, a lot of things you can get ticket protection now, can't you? But I never pay for the ticket protection. If we're poorly, we're poorly. We know enough people that we could give the tickets away to someone else and someone else could have a lovely day. I just love booking stuff. I'm already looking at what's on in the theatre in Worthing this year to take Stanley to. What are the key things you'd pack for a cruise with a 14-month-old? How were the P&O Cruises travel cots? The travel cots, there's two different sizes. So we had the bigger one, which was brilliant. And it doubles up as like a little playpen as well if you're like trying to unpack, or your child keeps picking up the phone and calling the doctor on board. So we had the bigger travel cot. You can also have the sofa bed with bed rails as well, if you've got a slightly older child. But 14 months, I would say, go and watch my Pack With Me video. The shoe storage is the best thing ever. Like, I will never go on holiday and not do that now, because I just love, and I put like the little labels on it now, like just to make it really clear what is for what. What else would I suggest? Oh, magnetiles were really good for at dinner, for playing with. Books, toys. I wouldn't bother bringing a float for the pool. We've never used ours in the pools. But just what you'd pack for a normal holiday, I think. It's just a normal holiday at sea. Are you still training with a PT? What's your 2025 training goals? Because my debit card expired and I didn't redo it. So I haven't trained with Rick, my PT, for a little while, but I have now put my new card into my David Lloyd app and I'm going back in February. I've got my sessions, I need to book them in actually, thank you for the reminder. My training goals this year are arms. I can't stop looking at people's arms. I went to see my theatre company that I'm on the committee for, that I've been in since I was like 8. Went to see a show that they did, and one of the girls that I know, her arms, I was like, oh my God, I want those. I went to see Titanic the other day. Lauren Drew playing Celine Dion. Again, I was like, I want arms like that. There's nothing. I want quite muscly arms would be my goal this year. And also I'm doing my running. I'd like to try Pilates. I'd like to try yoga. My mum said that running and yoga go quite well together, which is good. I need to improve my core as well for running. Did you do baby-led weaning or puree feed when you started with Stanley? No idea where to start. I did purees because I was like, I would rather feed him with a spoon myself than I didn't want to deal with the mess. Obviously, having a toddler now, it's quite messy. But he actually was really good at eating with a spoon from a really young age. And people used to message me on Instagram. Obviously, this is my first baby. I don't know when kids are supposed to do stuff. And I popped a video once of Stanley eating his breakfast, just being like, breakfast time. And everyone was like, oh my God, like, how did you teach him to use a spoon like that at his age? I feel like it was before he was 1. And I was like, I think just where I've always fed him with a spoon, one day he just took it off me and started doing it himself. So I like pureed, I like spoon feeding. Obviously I do give him finger foods as well, but that's like cucumber, a piece of toast, not like a curry or a chocolate pudding. But I've got friends that do baby-led weaning as well, and their kids also love to eat. So I feel like as long as they're fed, it doesn't really matter. But I read the Annabelle Carmel books and I swear by them. I make all Stanley's meals from them and batch cooking. But one thing, I've got to go because it's now 6 minutes past 7, so I need to go. But the one thing I will say is I can do a bigger video on this if you would like, but purees are so easy at the beginning because their tummies are still like this big, so maybe like that big. But all you have to do is whatever vegetables are left in your fridge, boil them, steam them, mix them with a bit of formula or breast milk and blend them up. Put them into ice cube trays, freeze them, pop them out into bags and write on the bag what it is. Then give them 1 ice cube for breakfast, lunch and dinner, like work up to it. So we did breakfast, I think, for 1 week, breakfast and lunch for 2 weeks, and then breakfast, lunch and dinner for 1 week, or I can't remember. It's in the Annabelle Carmel book. It's really weird how you forget already. It was only like 18 months ago that I did this. And then when they start wanting to eat a little bit more, then you can be like, oh, okay, I've got a carrot and a broccoli. So we'll have 1 cube of carrot, 1 cube of broccoli, and we'll mix it together. Or like different fruits you can mix together. But then I did find that once we'd done the initial weaning process, then when he started having things like porridge for breakfast, for example, he then went on to 2 meals a day. So like porridge for breakfast and then like a proper dinner for dinner. But he didn't have lunch till he was about 10 months old. I hope this helps. And he just cut down, people say about cutting down bottles. He just told me, obviously not with words, with not drinking them, when he wanted to cut down on his bottles. And he was always a big milk guzzler. So the fact that he went down from 6 bottles a day to 4 bottles basically overnight, and then like on Christmas Day went down to 3 bottles because he was having so much fun. He didn't ask for a bottle and then he just never asked for that one again. I don't do baby-led weaning, but I do baby-led living, should we say. I'm like, if you want to go to bed, you can go to bed. If you want to nap, you can nap. If you want to have a bottle, you can have a bottle. If you want food, you can have food. So I do baby-led living. On that note, I need to go to work. If you're still here, thank you so much. You're a legend. And like I say, please hit the subscribe button because we've got lots of exciting stuff coming up. But yeah, any vlogs you want to see, please put them down below and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!